Hi everybody. It's a beautiful September Saturday. It's about 2:45 in the afternoon. I'm on the Ruth Lake Trail, headed up to one of the lakes up here for a little overnighter. Not going very far. Still dealing with a problem knee, so I'm hoping this is just 2.5 miles where I want to go up to Teal Lake. There's a little bit of off trail, so I'll be going really slow. It's about 65 degrees, blue sky, and it looks like we've had a break from the wildfire smoke, so that is a good thing. So we'll check in with you as we move on down the trail. Little guy. Well, this is where I say goodbye to Ruth Lake until tomorrow. Leaving the trail here that goes on up to the pass up to the Lofty Lake Trail up that way. So looks like there's a little bit of a footpath here. I know a lot of people go up in here, but there is no formal maintained trail. But so I see a cairn over there. I don't know whether to follow them or not. I know the general direction. My next waypoint is Naomi Lake, which is off that direction down there, and I don't think that's very far. All right, this is Naomi Lake, just basically just up the hill from Ruth Lake, which is right down there. So at this point, I'm going to turn to the northwest, and basically it's a pretty straight shot from here to Teal Lake. I'll be going by Jewel Lake. That's the only place that I have some question about which way I should go. It looked like there was a big rocky area if I go straight through on the left side of the lake, or I may want to loop out around the right side of the lake. It looked like it was a little more mellow. I'm basically just heading for that saddle up there, I think. Well, that was kind of fun. I was trying to make my way around Jewel Lake, which is right in front of me, and ended up in this cliffy area here. I had to make my way down through there, which was kind of fun. So now I'm down at Jewel Lake. Let me turn around and show you. The question I had when I was coming up with a route is, well, let me show you. If you can see it because of the sun, I could see on satellite imagery this rock field right there, and I didn't know if I wanted to come down that. The alternative was to go down and around it. Well, where I headed, I ended up dead in the middle of the lake, so 6 of one, half dozen the other. I think at this point I'm going to go around that side. Well, I'm slowly making my way down there. Pretty much just following social trails for the most part. or anything that looks like it's going the right direction. Trying to avoid some of this deadfall like this. But I'm basically straight ahead to where I'm headed. Looks like I got some little cliffs over there. I'll have to probably go up or down and negotiate around. Wow, and it just popped up out of nowhere. There's Teal Lake. Well, let's get down to the shoreline and scope things out, see if we can find a place to camp tonight. So far, it looks like there's about 4 fishermen up here, and they look like they're just in for the day. So hopefully I'll be able to find a good campsite. Reports I've read said there's at least a couple good campsites, and hopefully one of them is available, so I don't have to get too rustic. Got camp made. Looked all over trying to find a spot. I wanted to kind of a high spot so I could watch the sun come up in the morning, but be darned if I could find someplace, so this will have to do. Got a little bit of a view of the lake and the cliffs though, so that's pretty darn nice. So I'm going to run down to the lake and fill up water for the night, and then I'm going to have a little bite to eat. And we'll just hang out. Decided to come down here to the edge of the lake to eat my dinner. It is so nice and quiet. I think there's one party camping up that way around the lake. And I see a couple guys down to my left. I don't know if they're camped or they're getting ready to head out of here or what, but it's absolutely peaceful. Well, I'm eating one of the strangest meals. I'm eating a cold bean and cheese burrito. I never would have thought I would like it, but they're actually pretty good. I brought a Nor's rice side and some salmon to make a hot meal, but I'm too lazy. And this actually tastes good. Oh my gosh, let's see. This is 650 calories. We're not coming up short there. Yeah, and I have to tell you the funny thing that happened. This is upside down for a reason. I picked up some of these sea salt and vinegar kettle chips. Just thought they'd be kind of good to snack on, and they were full of air, so I thought I could put them under the brain on my pack, and they wouldn't get crushed. Well, my backpack was sitting upright on the back seat of the truck, and I had the door open, and I was pulling out my trekking poles and my gloves and some other things, getting ready before I pulled my pack out. And this, as I reached in to get my pack, this blew out right in my face. Scared the crap out of me. So that's why it's upside down. So be careful of high pressure chips. Well, it's time for bed. I just got done taking some star pictures. First time I've ever done that. They came out pretty cool. Can't wait to get them home on the computer to see how they look. So anyway, we'll check in with you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have some pretty views tomorrow when the sun comes up. Well, good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning up here at Teal Lake. Just finished breaking camp and having a little snack, and I'm heading my way out. Not sure exactly which route I'm going to take out. I may go back the way I came. Pretty much depends on how my knee feels. I've got arthroscopic surgery scheduled in about 10 days. Hopefully we'll get some improvement out of that. It's killing me having being limited like this. So we're heading down the well-beaten fisherman's path around the lake here. I'm going to go over to the sign that marks the lake. I didn't come in at that point, but we'll see what if we can see. I asked some people yesterday and they said that there's some trail over there, but not much. So we'll see what happens. We'll check in a minute. Well, it looks like I have a gazillion options. I just talked to a young guy. He's in here with another guy that stayed down here by the outlet last night, and they came up followed the stream up from the pond below. So I think I'm still going to go over to the let me show you. There's a sign way over there. I'm going to go over there and head out that way. There's no real trail into here, so it's just whatever floats your boat, I guess. Beautiful, beautiful. This pass right here takes you up to the Lofty Lake Trail. Lofty Lake is up behind this ridgeline up here, and up that would drop you down into the Weber River drainage to take you up to the Pass Lake Trailhead. Last time I was up here, in fact I can see the trail right there. I came exactly to that point on snowshoes. It was last fall. It must have been October, late October, early November. They hadn't closed the road yet, and I wanted to get in here, but my gosh, the snow on this side had drifted, and it was up to my waist. And I had already gone up to the pass overlooking the Kuberant Basin, and by the time I got here, I was exhausted, and it was a short winter day, so I decided to call it quits and went back out. But that's pretty cool. All right, we're going to head over to Hayden Lake now. Well, there's Jewel Lake. I didn't expect to be coming back by it, but that's what the terrain is dictating here. When I came down from Cutthroat Lake, there was a huge meadow that was partially swampy, but mostly dried out, kind of like this right here. So I just cut straight across, and then I ran into a trail that I'm on now. I just come over a little ridge, and not sure if I'll make it over to Hayden. I'd like to, but it's kind of like back that way and up. So we'll see what the trail looks like when I get up on top of this rock slide over here. But there's Cledding Peak and A1 Peak in the back there. And there's smoke in the air. I got woken up about 3 o'clock in the morning. The wind must have shifted. And now we're getting the smoke from, I think, probably from the East Fork fire over by Rock Creek Reservoir, that area. Unfortunately, it smells icky, and the blue skies are fading. So, well, we're gonna move on. Looks like I might be going to Hayden Lake. The trail that I was following came up that rock slide and turned to the south, and Hayden Lake's just over that way just a little bit. So I think I'll see if I can pick up a trail on the other side of this pond, and we'll head on over there. I think I might just have enough left to get over there and back to the trailhead on my old knee. So I think we'll go around this way. Made it to Hayden Lake. We'll go down here and have a look. Goes way up there. And I think I'll be cutting off. I'll probably go halfway up and cut over back over to Ruth Lake. This is the south end of Hayden Lake. Decided to walk up and see what things look like. And I think right back here I saw a trail that might take me back to Ruth Lake. The trails up here are interesting. They're around the lake. They're well traveled, like this one right here. And then stretches between the lakes are very well traveled, and then they like disappear. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's kind of difficult when you're up here for the first time trying to find your way around, because there's no trail markers anywhere, no blazes. You know, an occasional cairn, but not very often. But it keeps it a little bit wild, even though we're only 3 or 4 miles from the highway. So I think the trail's right up here, and we'll head off and see what other kind of trouble we can get into. Okay, I know where this trail's coming out. This is going to go hook up with the trail that goes from Ruth Lake, which is right down there, up to the pass, up to the Lofty Lake Trail, which is up there. And here we get to cross these big rock slabs, and there's lots of cairns up here. So back in familiar territory. The swimming is the best part of the trip for these guys. My gosh, they have such endurance. Well, leaving Ruth Lake and heading down to the trailhead. This has got to be one of the most beautiful little ponds. This is just right below Ruth Lake. Well, I can hear the traffic on the highway, so that means I'm getting close to the trailhead. It doesn't matter whether it was a long trip or a short trip. It's always bittersweet getting back to the trailhead. You hate the trip to be over. Well, I wanted to give you just a little wrap up. I'm back at the trailhead, and it was a 4 miles yesterday, 3.7 miles today. Nothing terribly hard, but it is a lot of route finding in places. Where the trail is there, it's very well established, but then it gets kind of iffy, and there's no signs or blazes, so you're always kind of second guessing if you're going the right way. But navigating between the lakes is pretty straightforward. Just aim for a lake and go. It's hard to miss any of these lakes because they're not very far apart, so that's nice. It's pretty rugged up in there. So a little bit of wilderness-like feel up there. So it's nice to get away from it just a little bit, even though this is close to the highway. So be a nice day hike or an overnighter like I did. So looks like people did pretty well fishing up there. So there's lots of opportunities to fish. So anyway, till next time, get out in the outdoors. You won't be sorry. We'll see you next time. Bye.